So today I'm pleased to join you, and I'm going to read verbatim because these are not my words. I'm pleased to join you today for the launch of Gonza Pay, a new digital financial solution that reflects the continued evolution of Uganda's financial services sector. I would like to commend Centenary Bank for its continued commitment to expanding access to financial services and investing in innovations that are responsive to its customer needs. Ladies and gentlemen, across Uganda and even the region, technology is reshaping how citizens and companies access services, conduct their business, make payments, and participate in the economy. For the financial sector in particular, this has resulted in what some in the industry now call a convergence, where the line between technology and financial services is increasingly becoming blurred. According to a World Bank report, the percentage of Ugandans accessing financial services, digital financial services, was 44% in 2014. As of the end of 2024, this was 73%. In addition, 71% of Ugandans have used a digital payment at least once. Mobile money, agent banking, digital lending, internet banking, mobile banking, and other digital-driven financial solutions have expanded access to financial services for millions. These innovations have helped bridge geographic barriers, reduce transaction costs, and create greater convenience for individuals and businesses alike. Now, this progress is important because efficient payment systems are fundamental to economic development. When people move money or exchange value safely, quickly, affordably, most important, the intended consequence or the externality of that activity is that they generate significant positive impact to the economy as a whole. Because payments is, if you were to think of the body, the economy as a human being or the human body, payments reflects the flow of blood throughout the body. So when that is done safely, efficiently, securely, and in our case, affordably, the body is healthier, the body is stronger, the body becomes much more resilient. And these are the benefits that we see. When you have these benefits, there's a significant positive impact on how economic agents interact and how the economy grows. But more importantly, it has pass-through effects and implications for trade, investment, savings, and for the creation and establishment of a resilient and sustainable economy. So it's a no-brainer that efficient payment systems are positively correlated with the easing of transaction-related frictions and economic productivity. This productivity, and just allow me here, this productivity should and normally does translate into improved service delivery by the government. Now, delivery, which then feeds back to improvement in payments. So then you have a self-reinforcing loop that potentially can run ad infinitum or ad nauseum, as the case may be. At Bank of Uganda, central to our vision and raison d'etre for our existence is the creation and establishment of an environment that supports responsible innovation, one that grows public trust in the financial system, but also at the same time ensuring that that same financial system remains resilient and stable. To acknowledge, it's been a long journey for Bank of Uganda to get this point of acknowledging this. But it's been a journey of self-reflection. But we now recognize that innovation, especially that driven by technology, is a given. So it's no longer a debate as to whether innovation and technology are going to happen. We now accept it. Our question is, being central bankers and being a regulator, it is behoven of us then to continue to pay attention to the potential and actual downside of this innovation process. So strong and effective governance, consumer protection protocols, proactive cybersecurity actions, and risk management frameworks are increasingly central to securing the financial system, its stability and resilience in the face of the dynamism that's inherent to innovation. We cannot deny that digital platforms are and shall continue to shape the future of financial services. And like I said earlier on, even with the increasing convergence, it's going to become harder and harder to tell the difference between technology and financial services. Especially for a country like Uganda, where much remains to be done on financial literacy, inclusion, and expanding trust in financial services for all demographics. Not just for the disadvantaged, not just for the women, not just for the youth, for all. So today, with the launch of Gonza Pay, I believe this is an example of how financial institutions, including Centenary Bank, are responding to these opportunities. By providing a wallet that supports convenient payments and financial transactions, Centenary Bank is contributing to the broader national agenda of increasing access to digital financial services and accelerating expansion and participation in the formal economy. I'm also encouraged by Centenary Bank's continued investment in digital infrastructure and financial inclusion. As the ED said, 82 branches, 9,000 plus banking agents, and now an expanded and more inclusive digital offering. The Centenary Bank service and coverage footprint supports and is indicative of its ongoing efforts to democratize access to financial services for all. As financial institutions innovate, the underlying rationale should be and must always be the customer. Do not innovate for the sake of innovation. Do not innovate because you have the opportunity to innovate. Innovate because you provide a solution to a known and real problem. Using technology creates value, which then improves convenience, enhances the financial sector. To continue investing in solutions that security and customer protection. To all consumers of financial services, and I'm going to say this guardedly, please do go ahead and embrace digital financial services, but do so responsibly. There is only so much the regulator can do, or the regulator do have an obligation to protect your consumers. But that does not negate the need for consumers to also protect themselves. And that's why at the central bank, one of the things we have done is under our financial inclusion mandate, we have focused on financial literacy. To innovators, whatever your size, business model, focus on solving actual problems. Do not see problems in other jurisdictions that have solutions and think the solutions there will come here and work here. Do not create a solution and then look for a problem to solve. We tend to do that a lot. But if you get that right, if you get that focus, that dogged insistence on identifying and clearly laying out and describing a problem, and finding a solution. The benefits are both to you as the innovator and to society as a whole. So after all, Adam Smith was never completely entirely wrong, and I think, Professor, you will agree, that sometimes in the pursuit of self-interest, society can and must be able to gain. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Once again, please appreciate the Deputy Governor. So at this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, because now we understand the solution, we have appreciated the journey of the wallet. And I want to thank the NBS team, because we are streaming live on NBS, but also on our YouTube. Earlier, I was a bit challenged because I noticed that when Joseph was speaking the ED, that's when NBS Live started. TT came, NBS Live. But me, when I was speaking, they went into adverts. Then I was not understanding, but now I'm also live, I am seeing myself. It's important that I can actually send communication now to my mom that I've made it. Okay, so at this point in time, on a serious note, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to invite our guest of honor back on the stage. I want to invite Professor, the team leader of the group. I want to invite the two EDs from the bank, and I want to invite a doctor representing the Centenary Technology Services to officially come to the stage so that we can launch Gonza Pay. It's also important that because I'm seeing that there is a Mano, I would also invite GM Beatrice to also join them on the stage so that there is a bit of gender balance. I think it's agreeable. All right, so guests of honor, please, together with Table One, please come to the stage so that we can launch Gonza Pay. So I'm going to request that some of us stand this side, others stand this side, and then I'll request for the visual. I'll request all of us to get to the stage. Yes, some of us can be their side, then others this side. That's okay. All right, now that they're on the stage, can I request that we rise and have the visual to launch Gonza Pay? Once the visual is complete, I'll request that we give a big round of applause. Those who are indigenous from Jinja, Kamuri, Buganda, and you have a Karuru will be excited to have one. Can we have the visual, please? I'm sure the clap can be better and louder. You can also give me some more sound. All right, so to commemorate this event, the rest of us here aside, we can take our seats. The people at the front can then form up to have a group picture to commemorate the launch of Gonza Pay. Okay, can I request our chief guest, the two EDs, the representative of the group, and tech to stay, so that I can invite certain behind the works from Centenary Bank to also come and have this moment, so that they have the people that have been behind this work. Please also take a moment. I see the chief here, Immaculate. Please come and take this moment. Also, the technical people, please come and take this moment. This is your day. As a matter of fact, let me first have Centenary Bank, and then I'll end with the technical people to come and enjoy this moment. It's important as we rise, if you are an officer in the department and your manager stands up, the officer don't come. Yeah, it's just to make sure that you stay with your job. I'm just saving you. The physical audience, please join me in appreciating this team for a good job well done. We want to thank everyone that is viewing us online through YouTube and have this moment with a guest of honor, the tech team that developed the product. Titi, no, you're not part. They are staying. The ED, you're staying. Professor, you're also staying. The tech team, they are the very people. No, they are specific tech. Are there others? Okay. Final photo will be with the partners that are here present. The partners, the final photo partners, please come over. The partners, please come over. The rest of us in the audience, we participate by clapping. That's the only way. It's a bit of a challenge to. Guests of honor, to the customers. Appreciate Dr. Titi, our guest of honor, Centenary Bank. Now I've represented customers, Mr. Kalulegava Ibrahim. Point in time, we'll continue the program. Our guest of honor is pressed on and continue with our program. But one more time, please appreciate our guest of honor, Titi, for making his way. Right. So as we continue to move with our program channels of your different handles on LinkedIn and your other social media channels of this the Centenary Technology Services cover, we have our special guest from the Ministry of ICT, here represented by the PS. The PS is represented by the Commissioner Research, acted with it in terms of doing services that we have, our brand ambassadors who will take the product beyond this room, and we should be able to close the program then. I want to
had to stretch this one to maximum. Now I have to bend it, lay it down. Colleagues from Centenary Bank, the media fraternity. Allow me, however, also to say something little about our brand, the Centenary brand. All of us know, demonstrating resilience, growth, and development from 93, and moving on to become one of the most respected commercial banks in the country, as has been testified. The Centenary diversification and to enable service to Ugandans in a wider scope. Diversification. The platform that we are launching today is from a combined effort of ourselves, Centenary Technology Services, our bank, and our partners, Drachma. At Centetech, technology that solves real problems, empowers people, and opens new possibilities about building something new. This meaningful impact is a result of that vision. Gonza Pay Center for the last 43 years. We therefore understand the need for affordability designed to meet those needs while delivering seamless digital experience. We believe that Gonza Pay will set a new standard. The launch Gonza Pay based on customer feedback as we also look towards the future. As you are all aware, invest in research. And lastly, allow me to and thank customers whose expertise and invite you to leave.
The clap we have given is as if we haven't appreciated. Special guest from the Ministry of ICT. I need to be signaled that they are here in the room so that they come through and also share their remarks. What's critical, and so our special guest from the ministry is to really come and confirm our discussion as we move along in terms of the wallet and its impact in the short and long term. Like I mentioned, appreciating it. And now that, please allow that we have the panel, and so we're going to have a panel discussion, and that panel discussion is going to take us at the wallet and its functionalities. Can I request the team? The other person is behind me. Immaculate
Ngolomi Nabate, Chief Manager Marketing and Branding, Centenary Bank, Future Lab Africa as the panelist, Services as the panelist, Future Lab Africa as the panelist, and Stephen Kirenga, General Manager, Product and Business Development and Customer.
Am I audible now? All right, thank you. Am I audible now? The service provider of microphones, your balance. Am I audible now? Okay. I'd like to also write on the protocol already observed. My name is Immaculate Ngulumi Nabate, as earlier introduced. And of course, I'm excited this morning to be here with you 43 years ago. But before we start on the journey, I'd like the panel of distinguished gentlemen to also introduce themselves. You're welcome. Arthur, back to you.
Alia, it's a pleasure to be here. Congratulations to the Centenary Technology Services team and the broader Centenary Bank and Centenary Holdings family. My name is Arthur Mukembo. I'm Chief Executive and co-founder of Future Lab. Ourselves, we were birthed out of Innovation Village, which has been supporting organizations like Centenary Technology Services and the group with innovation for now 10 years. And so we're also in that new phase of growth, and we're very, very excited for this milestone for the Centenary Bank and brand, and to share some thoughts and insights on what that journey looks like. Pleasure to be here.
Stephen.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, we have taken something at least. So my name is Stephen Chirenga, and I'm excited, as you can see from the choice of color tie, to be here this morning. Welcome to the East, and we work closely with the bank, and obviously we work under the guidance and supervision of Centenary Group. So excited to be here, and yeah. Obulamu bugonze.
I think wagonze da.
Yes.
So back to why. I think we are here with the gentlemen to try and understand the why. Why Gonza Pay? Why today, after 43 years? And most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, is the vision that partly, and of course the panel will walk us through, answering that critical question. Is the vision of the founders of Centenary Group still relevant to the question? You had the deputy governor, acting deputy governor, Bank of Uganda, talking about the fact that we always have to find solutions. You know, have to identify a problem, societal problem, then we go and find solutions. Because if we flip it, we'll get it wrong. But if we start with the problem, we'll always get it right. So the question is, 43 years ago, the founders of Centenary Group decided to be the best providers of financial services, especially microfinance. And there is a reason why I dwell on that. Why do I dwell on that? It is based on 3 pillars. One is financial inclusion. Second is innovative solutions in order to meet customer needs and wants, solving real problems that will grow this economy. So the first is financial inclusion. The second is innovative solutions. Then the third is community growth. Ladies and gentlemen, the gentlemen here with me today are going to answer whether the vision of the founders is still relevant 43 years down the road. Because it is hinged on those 3 pillars: financial inclusion, innovative solutions, and community growth. So the product that we are launching today, the wallet, is it relevant? Does it still answer those 3 things that the group, Centenary Group, is hinged on? So straight to Stephen. Everybody has talked about financial inclusion. Everybody speaks about financial inclusion today. The fintechs, the banks, you had the regulator. I'm sure even if the ICT personnel was here, he would also speak about financial inclusion. But how deep does exclusion really go? I'll start with Stephen, then I'll go to Mr. Mukembo.
Pleasure.
Stephen, how deep does exclusion go?
Thank you, Immaculate. I think exclusion is significantly deep, and if you just look at, even if you used AI and decided to Google how many people have mobile money accounts as an example, you will get close to 60 million, right? Even this is from UCC. However, if you dig a bit deeper, you will notice that that tells a story that we have done the issue of reach. So almost everyone in Uganda has an account on mobile money. However, depth of use is where the challenge is. We have found that the table to say, how do we edit bank or mobile money to withdraw, and that's all that they do. So with this wallet, we anticipate or aspire or hope that we can provide for more depth. We can be able to allow, so that lack of depth is what exclusion is all about. It is an inability to be able to use, as an example, in the villages who have millions of data in transaction, but they are not moving, they are not growing, they are not developing, they are not becoming bigger or better. So I think that is where exclusion is. It's not that people don't know. The numbers tell a different story. They know about financial services that are digital in nature, but the reality is that the depth is what's lacking. Today, we are saying that we are coming to the table to say, let's fix that together.
So thank you very much, Stephen.
Thank you.
Gentlemen, Centenary always innovates for Mama Mboga. Centenary is saying, Mama Mboga, we see you, we hear you, we understand you, we know your needs, and we are solutioning for you. Arthur, what's your take on that?
No, pleasure. And I think it's demonstrated in, I liked how you said, have we been consistent with the journey that we set out to achieve? The bank, I believe, is turning 44 years this year.
Yeah.
That shows you something already, sticking to that you're serving. I believe when the bank started at that time as a finance trust organization, even the way you work with your customers was a bit more high touch in that sense. But as you continue to scale to a branch network of over 9, serve that Muntu Abulijo starts to ebb higher in the evolving landscape and with our evolving scale. I think you're now probably the second largest or third largest bank in the country if we looked at assets that you have as an organization. So what that then says is even the way we reach them, the channels through which we reach them must evolve. So part of that then is demonstrated by how you say, okay, let's embrace agent banking, and your network of 9,000 plus agents starts to demonstrate that. But you find that in our travel, someone still has to get to a point of presence, simply in Alep Tong, very beautiful area, right? But accessibility, it's communities are further sparsely dispersed. But one thing they have in common is thanks to the Uganda Communication, if you can bring it to that device, then we're beginning to build a deeper relationship. What Stephen then mentioned around, okay, so how do we make your activity in the app essentially your ledger against which I can have a deeper view of you beyond traditional collateral, beyond traditional ways to measure your bankability. And that if the bank is then building the application, it's a second thought to you that you're actually building serves you essentially unlock multipliers, efficiency multipliers of that scale of investment increases. And that with technology, the cost to reach the next 1 million customers will probably be slightly lesser per unit than for the future. It's that how do we continue to be efficient, agile, responsive to the evolving landscape in which we find ourselves as a bank. In using the app, they were part of the formal financial system to then say, hey, what else can we do together? So to answer the earlier question, I think it is true that you are deepening your mission of how do we make sure.
Okay, so thank you very much. Round of applause for Arthur here. So back to Stephen. Key question, why Centenary? I think it's a word we want to throw around. Underserved, marginalized. The Deputy Governor talked about many of those kinds of words that we throw around. Centenary to be in this space at this particular point in time. Solution, very word that understand actually mean in real terms. Because I do actually know that you first carried out a research. Did you go ahead with a technology team to produce?
Okay, so thank you for that question. I think for us, words like underserved, words like hard to reach, words like omuntu wa bulijjo, words like rural, that is who we are. That is our beginning. That is our heritage, which is saying that we are able to go to the lowest rung of the pyramid. We're able to go to the most remote of the country to be able to say you matter as a Ugandan. You're not. The distance from an urban center should not be a reason for exclusion. These words are not things that flashy. 43 years, we know that if anything, we have the expertise in knowing our customers by their names. We have the legacy in having grown family businesses and ensured that there's continuity. And now we are bringing all of that in saying that at this point, when Uganda has deepened ICT across the nation, has an increased appreciation and awareness of digital services in that journey, we are ready to ensure that the inclusion is meaningful. We are ready to withdrawing, sending money can be meaningful and not to their youthful either child or niece and say, here is my PIN number, you transact for me. And we're saying, no, even you who's giving the phone, now is your time. You can do this because your life has been made easier through an easy-to-use service. Your life has been gonzad. That is why.
Explained. And to the viewers out there, what Stephen is actually saying, where I started, Centenary sees you. We know you. We understand your needs. And we solution for you every day. Now, Arthur, looking from outside, looking in, because you're not from the group, but you've been with technology and you work with technology every day. What does this actually mean 43 years down the road?
Sure.
From outside looking in.
I mean, I'll look both from the viewpoint of the bank and the viewpoint of the customer you're trying to reach as well. In other markets that mirror the signals of the success we've seen in Uganda, and that opportunity is large, and you are encouraged to actively explore that. But that as the bank reaches 43 years of scale are pertinent to solve for. Question one becomes, okay, we have invested in core banking systems. We've invested in banking channels like your bank points of presence, your branches, your digital channels, etc. It's that, how do we begin to unlock value out of these to be able to essentially supercharge the next phase of our growth? Concurrently, also looking at, because we've scaled as an organization, we're at a point now where the playbooks that brought us to where we are not going to be the same playbooks that are going to take us to the next 10 years. In fact, for a bank that's thinking Centenary to the first 40 will not be the one that will take you to those next ones, and that it must evolve with the demographic that you're actually serving today. I think 7 in 10 of the Ugandan population is probably around 17, 18 years old. So if you're not already trying to find ways to resonate with those two earlier pressures, you find yourself in a situation where fundamentally your business model that you've relied on to get to where you are today is under threat. It's that if you don't then evolve how you approach this from a tactical perspective, from your day-to-day perspective, you will be competed out of business by these emerging fintechs, by agri-fintech, by insure fintech, by other people who are proximate to and can embed financial services in their value proposition. So from the bank's perspective, it's that you're trying to balance the growth story with the staying power of what you've actually invested in to get to where you break molds and act in the way that resonates with them. And part of doing that is to say, let's start to layer on services on top of what we've already built that abstract us further and further away, unfortunately, from direct relationship, but still build value for that customer. So it's to say, you don't have to come to the branch for me to have a relationship with you. You don't have to come to the branch to pay URA, to pay national water, etc. Let me bring that to you on your device. The lack of friction in how you're doing that interaction will build a deeper relationship. Say, but this bank Gonza did this for me, right? So what else can we do together? I have my micro business, can you bank me? I'm looking for working capital, what can we do in that situation? And that's not something you can do on your phone in that channel. From the customer's perspective, it's that these young people are a market. The Clay Christensen Institute has something they call market creating innovation. It's that people who you don't think are a customer today might be not a customer to you because of how you're packaging your value to them. I'm always encouraged by, before you used to buy, don't have the money to afford the 1 kilogram packet, you're priced out of the market, not that you can't consume. And so what clever FMCG providers started to do is to say, let me break that sachet down into 100 shillings, into 200 shillings, and let's see what happens. You then start to see that your turnover rate of these smaller sachets is that much more than if you're insisting on first collect, 5,000 or whatever, to be able to buy the 1 kilogram sachet. There is power in markets for which you break down a product to what is affordable, accessible, utilizable for them in that particular configuration. There's a dignity that comes out of meeting people at the point where they can afford and consume in the format that speaks to their particular daily needs. And that in bringing these digital products as close to them as possible, that's what the bank is signaling. It's that just because you sell bogas today, or because you are a smallholder farmer today, it has nothing to do with the journey you're embarking on and who you'll be 10 years from now. What we want to be is part of your journey, part of that accelerator of the success you will inevitably experience. And that the authenticity of the bank walking that journey with you is what then builds that customer that will stay with you for 20, 30, 40 years. And that this channel is one such way of doing that. So I think it's authentic, what the bank is doing, and it's true to your ethos from day one.
Thank you. Hand of applause for Arthur. I think he couldn't have explained it better because firstly, we had the branches, the brick and mortar. We extended to the ATMs. We moved into banking in the neighborhood, which is our agent banking channels, 9,000 of them. Centenary is now making another promise today that on your phone, in the comfort of your spaces, in your bedrooms, in your sitting rooms, you can pay the school fees. You can pay the bills. You can borrow money. You can do everything that you need to do. You can deposit, you can withdraw, you can do everything that you can do. So it's been a journey, guys. Brick and mortar. Now brick and mortar no more. It's digital. It's in the palm of your hands. And it can be done. So that's what Centenary is doing. A hand of applause for the gentleman again. So Stephen, back to you. What then is Gonza Pay? Gonza Pay, can you just define it for who it is and what it changes? What exactly does it change in somebody's day-to-day life? In their spaces, in their environment?
Validate them by trying it out. Gonza Pay is an easy-to-use digital wallet whose access doesn't require you to have a bank account in any bank. Therefore, there's no sign here, sign there. It is, all you need is simply your national ID. It is available both on a phone application. We're still on a journey as a nation of smartphone adoption. Or *211*3. That the user experience and the interfaces that have of video gaming to be able to identify the icons or to first say a prayer before you use it so that you don't click on the wrong button. It is quite easy to use. Most of the services that we know, Ugandan knowledge and Ugandan to an agent and being told, sina float, 43 years of driving distances. When I'm in the village, when I'm in Bulera, driving until Mitiana to find, surely as Ugandans, we have suffered enough. That is Gonza. So from fees payments to even things like events, right now we are glad and happy that for Rotary they have trusted us to say, so that is who we are. It's about ease. So Bank of Uganda reported the other day, and I found that yes, those digital loans also have a high default rate. A third, the same Ugandans, same phones, same lifestyles. So what we are saying is that when you look at that default aspect, and then you look on the other side, when you look at the banks as an example, the banks have some knowledge on how to lend responsibly, how to ensure that you're not lending or you're not borrowing for it to Gonza Pay. So that is what Gonza is about. I could speak all day, but I know people want to go. Do you allow me to continue speaking?
No. I think you have said it.
Yes, thank you.
I want to Gonza Pay. So you probably one-liner, two-liner.
When I was in secondary school, one of the first, we had a class on Luganda, and one of the first things they taught us was Babi Gonza. They're trying to achieve with this platform, and we appreciate that. And that, I think how they've demonstrated that is the different integrations that are already speaking to it. The app, by the nation, the fact that you have national water payments, you are at enablement is the ethos behind Gonza. We don't have to build everything as the bank. Let's integrate with what we've already invested in and then expose the APIs to a network of responsible people to build additional capability, and then let's see what's possible in response to the customer's lifestyle. That is the definition and ethos of Babi Gonza.
Thank you very much. A hand of applause for Arthur.
Speaking, I thought maybe you need one, as you know, our history of Centenary is that we are founded in faith. There is a saint that is named Saint Gonza Gonzaga. So already we are aspiring to, in our normal day-to-day, there's a saying that says, that goes, Sente wekuba, Gonzao. So the easiness of life should be in whatever your challenge is, whatever lifestyle you live, be it at the top of Naguru where we are today, or at the most bottom of Uganda, your life.
Stephen, you talked of faith, and you work for the group, Centenary Group, and you talked about faith. Do you trust me?
Because you're part of Gonza, I trust you.
Okay, as we close, I want you to close your eyes and think 5 years down the road. Close your eyes. Just think. You're safe. You said you trust me.
Yes.
So you can afford to close your eyes. If Gonza Pay has done its job, How different will Uganda be 5 years down the road?
Okay.
Did you close your eyes?
Yes, I did. I closed the eyes. They're a bit big, but I closed the eyes. So 5 game is something called a cheat code, right? So 5 years down the road, I hope that Gonza Pay can be the cheat code to life in Uganda. And what this means is that all someone needs, the only hack you need to live, to be happy, is to have the Gonza Pay app. So trust savings, you will find savings for yourself, you will find basically the entire life ecosystem that you think in 5 years, what a good job will look like is when I ask someone, how did you make it in life? And he or she will tell me, I got Gonza Pay.
Sorry for you. I mean, you were not in the baking of this thing, and I'm throwing you in the deep end all the time.
Karibu.
Close your eyes, dream a bit, 5 years down the road.
Yeah.
What will
Partners to come and join the photo. I think 5 years from now, Gonza Pay is that platform, that ecosystem that enables a whole life, as Stephen was saying, Gonza Pay. So I think 5 years from now, I see it as a connect ecosystem naturally into the broader financial services space. But I also see it going beyond Uganda. I'd like to see a South African struggling to say Gonza Pay. I'd like to see someone from Senegal struggling to say Gonza Pay. There you go.
So thank you. Thank you again. Was that hand just?
Yes, we have some TikTokers. Yes.
So the gentleman will take a question each. Yes. And who it's addressed to, so that they quickly respond to it.
Let me get you the hand here.
On my phone, and I need to have the 2 apps. One's the app that is not on the Center mobile app that I'll be benefiting.
I think that question will go to Stephen
Okay.
at the appropriate time. We'll take another one.
nkola ne CBS FM mugenda basomesa mu luzungu mwokka oba mu Luganda beetaaga okumanya nti onyiga kugulirako bintu kusasulirako masanya basafama site yaffe kwetuli live. Thank you.
This goes to Stephen. I would like you to enlighten us on the issue of interoperability. There are already other wallets in the market. If you could spend a minute or two and stretch us into understanding how best Gonza Pay is going to Gonza the interoperable market.
And because my question speaks to him as well, I've interacted with the platform Money to Canada. And it's you go to the bank and then the bank can support you. Do we foresee a future where Gonza Pay, and of course Centenary Bank, the biggest in Uganda, if not the region, do we foresee ourselves in the next 1 or 2?
Sit. All the questions come to you except one that doesn't go to EBS. We are in about 15 media stations in all languages. We will educate customers on how to use, and most importantly, the why. I think that one came to me, and it's to be taken at the end of this program so that they also benefit from what we have shared today. So Stephen, back to you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for those questions. I'll begin with the first. Is from, if you look at how do I get access to either of them? On the first one, you have the issue of sign here, sign there. The KYC, the know that from its onset means that now when you compare with Gonza, which requires only a national ID, it brings the differentiator. The other one is that we plan on it being an ecosystem of so many people. And this speaks to the fact that in Uganda, and again, I don't like the statistic here because people overuse it, but seldom attempt to address the issue. We're the most entrepreneurial. We have the youngest population. All those statistics that people like to say, but never used to full activities to ensure that they, and again, may we speak to the interoperability, to ensure that if you are an innovator, if you are a merchant, if you are a business owner, you can quickly plug into the Gonza Pay ecosystem. Gava's only one capping, but it's okay. An ecosystem of being symbiotic. And here's how. If you are a Centenary customer and you get Gonza, and now you want to access the things that are on Gonza, moving money speaks to an ease of use. From the onset, how connected we are is immediate. Number one, if you want to move money from any of the Uganda, you can do that today. In a few weeks, if you want to move money from a bank account X to Gonza, it will be possible. Gonza. That is the plan. So we want to ensure that we have an interoperable network across banks, across wallets, and already the largest wallets that we have today, we are already in advanced talks with most of the remittance, the Middle East, Europe. We're able that today, I know that the challenge that we have with remittances most times comes with the cost. It's quite expensive. Our promise to our customers is that
Stephen, for taking those questions. Maybe just to add on a little bit to what Stephen had said, has just explained on the differences. I think the most distinct difference however, it is closed loop for your customer, aren't you? So that's why you're able to use Centenary Mobile. However, to be on Gonza Pay, you don't have to have a bank account with any bank, not only Centenary. You want a wallet, you go to your national ID, go to get all manner of transactions, including borrowing in the very near future. So that is a distinct difference. Centenary Bank customer, closed loop. First, you'll be a Centenary Bank customer. You actually, as a matter of fact, you don't have to be a customer of any bank. All you need is a wallet, a space, and a team of people who will know you, or an institution that will know you, see you, innovate for you every day. That's Gonza Pay. I hope we've ably answered your question. We thank you. Okay. As we close, I'd like to thank the distinguished gentleman here again. The why. Why Gonza Pay? Why at this particular point in time? You're able to use it, and this is a product that has been grown after researching you, understanding you, for you, and we hope that it will stay with you. We thank you
very much. Arthur, before you leave, I wanted you to come here just a minute. Immaculate, I'll request you to move over there before we have Arthur, please come. I want, so quickly I request you to get there. Our contribution as the panelists. Yeah, Professor, don't get tired of photos. Yeah. This photo is not complete without GM. GM. Beatrice, what do you want to do to us? Please come. Immaculate, that's you at your full smile? Okay, I just need to make sure. Have down. Okay, those who are not putting up your hands, you being here is also to expect that as we talk about the application, you have downloaded it and you're interacting with it. So can I request that those that have downloaded, you encourage each one of you seated next to you to download the application so that they can understand what Gonza Pay is all about. I wanted to quickly share that I have downloaded the application, and I noticed that Stephen, when he was presenting, said that I was the one who was at Centenary Bank, and the tech team have open APIs to be able to interact with fintechs is a big, big plus, because I think we need to clap for that, because we interact with your system. So if the platform is open, I think Centenary Bank deserves a big, big round of applause for this journey. I do a lot of engagement in communities to train people around financial management. People are using savings accounts as still now I can quickly move my money because I interact with household expenditure. You buy yaka, pay for water, money is very exciting. Because then I don't need to open up an account. Then I know that the money that stays on my account will then support my journey of investment. So Centenary Bank, well done, well done. But of course, when Immaculate asked about the future I see, for me the future I see is that Gonza Pay in the next 2-3 years should be able to tell me, who will have noticed how much the limit I have in terms of Buddha 32. So for me, that's the Gonza Pay that I envision. The app that will quickly interact with AI to quickly tell me you can't afford a house that goes beyond the 2 million. Money across different regions. So, ladies and gentlemen, Bank launching a beautiful loaded. I want to see big-headed people. Very good. The hands are growing. The hands are growing. Well done for those that are quickly doing this engagement this morning to share on our social media platforms. LinkedIn, TikTok. You have TikTok? Yeah. TikTok? Yeah. Beatrice, you have a lot of work. Plug them in. Yeah, but for ED, Joseph, I want to tell you that TikTok has a lot of work. You need to be able to shoot 3 videos of where you are every day. I don't know if you'll handle, but please get there. All right. So at this point in time, we've understood the product, and I'm sure that all of us have appreciated why Centenary Bank is the biggest bank that we have in this country. Can we appreciate them in a big way? We want to have behind this. Now that the product has been rolled out, it has been launched by our guest of honor from Bank of Uganda, the Deputy Governor, who was represented by the EDNPS. Now we are going to different communities, to the different villages, to our Rolex guy, who is going for the brand ambassador, so that we can appreciate their work.
The wait is over. Welcome our brand.
Kati bakutemyeko ki?
Batemyeko okukulu
obadde n'ameka?
Mbadde na
milioni 2 nga gali mu ki?
Musokisi.
Bakubye ekitono. Babadde balina kutemako mutwe bagutwaye. Kukuno omulembe tukyatambuza sente mu sokisi. Kukuno omulembe tukyate okuziki. Babasajja babadde bameka?
Abasajja babadde ana.
Bonna nga babagwe. Nga baba milioni 2.
Mitwalo 4.
Babadde bameka? Babadde bameka?
Bana ku boda 2.
Babadde bameka?
Bana 4.
Kati kale bakubye milioni 2 ng'oziyina mu sokisi ng'otambula nazo. Gonza g'omumanyi?
Gonza gatebye ebiki? Ze tonyumiza naye Gonza wa polisi.
Gonza gwo w'olubuto.
Mukwano gwaffe.
Gonza g'omumanyi?
Mumanyi.
Gonza ga mukwano gwo?
Mumanyi setunyumiza.
Obadde ne Gonza gebbanga lino lyonna nga takubulira nti eriyo ekintu ekirungi? Nga takubulira nti eriyo ekintu ekigonza obulamu? Nga takubulira nti eriyo Gonza Pay okuva mu Centenary Bank?
Tonyumiza nze bya bank. Ogende otwala sente buza mu banka ne bakusimira layini ne zibanga zo wabba obumpi.
Gonzaga wuuyo yali afaanana bw'atyo? Oyo yali afaanana bw'atyo? Mpola bamukubye abasajja 4 ku boda 2. Okulina just kutono naye nga kwe kuli.
Eka naawe abantu bakyatambuza ssente mu nsawo. Mu sokisi. Tonnawulira ku Gonza Pay, Gonza obulamu. Kankubulire gwe. Ennaku zino abantu banka yatuwa enkola gye bayita Gonza Pay. Ate Gonza Pay yayitiridde. Terina buzibu ate yo terina bujja. Terina bujja. Oba olina banka account oba tolina ujja. banka yonna osindikako zonna network osindikako oterekako sente yo otambulizako buli kika kya sente kyonna okiteekako eno Gonza Pay nga ngujja genda ku Gonza Pay
jayisimu nze yabinteerako
Gonza Pay
nze yabinteerako
agenda downloading app yo genda ku Android yonna oba Android oba App Store genda yo otaddeko oteekamu nini yo
niniyo national identification number ogenda tumenya
kyekyokka kyeweetaaga
ekyo ki kuno
n'otwala n'osasula buli gwoyagala weetaano webiri wemeka
ng'omuwa kati nze okugulu okulina tekulina gye kulaze naye batukoze bubi kati buli muntu yenna akyakwata sene n'azitambuza balina kutta mutte
Gonza Pay yekka eno Gonza Pay yaze Gonza bulamu baabo oba weeyagala anti buli kimu kiri wano weeyagala sente meka lindako alo nsogera naawe meka
nze nteraako
milioni bbiri kale kanzije nine kamala kuweereza ono milioni bbiri
wakangamba nkateekeko olukateekako ng'ompa okitaddeko
alo bamaze okukola abokufaamu baagala mmeka
wulira
mitwalo 4
wulira obulamu bwe bugonda
mulina teeka ku Gonza Pay nkale
wulira obulamu bwe bugonda kakati waliwo kano akakyala kabadde kantawanye nga siina bwe nkaweerezaayo kasente nteeraako nkateereko
nteerako olina Gonza Pay
gwegwangamba ogiteekako obulamu bugonda kano akantu ojjukira nti kaali
keberako
nakaza dakumudigido
keberako kuzemeka ngambye obulamu bugonda ng'olibugonda toba nakiweraliikirira buli kintu okikolanga bw'oyagala
kati awo buba bugonze Gonza Pay ekoze ebintu
ogula amazzi osasula amazzi osasula amasanyalaze oyagala gula airtime kale mwena tubasabye mudde mu bugonda obanga Yesu
anti yintono nya bannange bakusaba olukoloddoli lwa pini ogenda otuuka gy'ovudde ng'olwerabidde kali anti kati naffe bajja tukubayo ekifaananyi n'abakulu ba Centenary Bank oba tubaswaza
nedda naye ono ngenda bayita
bonna bajje twekubye
ngenda
bwe tuba tubaswaza temujja
ngenda bayita taata
nedda mukama waffe
ngenda bayita
ffe katubeyitire
naye ono lwaki ku Gonza Pay tasooka n'agulayo empale empanvu kubanga okugulu kwo
obulamu bubadde tebunnagonda
naye kati Gonza Pay
kati taata mbakulekere bayite
nedda sebo tuba tukuyingiridde
all right, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, our brand ambassador, Abe Muchibi. So well done, and he has started very well with just taking us through why it's critical. This business of keeping money in the house, in a pot, below the bed, we are breaking your house, below the tile, below the paver. No. Let everything become Mogonza. Let everything become... And when you kugonza, you use what? When you say Gonza Pay, we say live easier. When we say Gonza Pay, we say speak as if we've given you breakfast. Gonza Pay. All right. Prof, ED, and Doctor, please come. And GM, please join our brand ambassador for a photo moment. very difficult for a photo because you don't want to say that this is you can't talk about inclusion when there are no women. GM, you need to come. Now this time to make sure that the photo is more inclusive, I want to call GM and Chief, please come. So that it's not really a mano. It's really a photo that is inclusive. All right, so I am going to request okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the launch, but we're able to scale up your transactions and how you continue to interact. But soon, you will give us loan. Because people who want to take loans, let's clap harder. Of course, when I talk about loans, Professor Dumba, you may not understand. I love this, the loans icon. It could make it fast to work. Yeah, but I think it will be growing with the time. If I borrow, the other thing that I loved was the fact that you can buy now tickets to go and watch different shows. Well done, well done, well done. Ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to download Gonza Pay. I've downloaded it. It's a very easy to use platform. It's on one page, but it scales up so many things. The real applications. If you're paying for water, it brings the national water. So well done, Centenary Bank. Can each one of you congratulate the neighbor city? Yes, thank you, neighbor. It's important that I inform you that the cancer run tickets, the Rotarians in the house, can we give ourselves a clap? So the cancer run tickets are really thank Centenary Bank for caring about the people. Because for all I know, you have partnered with Rotary throughout their journey of starting Cancer Run. I think you're making to close 10 years. Can we appreciate Centenary Bank? We've launched the product. The next part is to network and move this product beyond the room. How do we move the product beyond the room? Is by sharing on our social media. We want to thank everyone from the physical audience. We want to thank our media fraternity, the bloggers, everyone that has been part and parcel. We want to thank the tech team, but also the group and the bank for supporting. In the very order, you'll start with the Centenary Bank anthem, and then you'll move to the East Africa, and then you'll end with the Ugandan anthem.
Are you planning an event? Think of X Events. For the best photography and videography of all kinds, we believe that every moment is worth capturing. Whether Kwanjula, weddings, Kuhinjira, bringing out the culture and glamour. And of course, a professional team that has mastered the art of the game and Progear with elegance. X Events is located along Rubaga Road on Access Building opposite Hotel Sojavalo. X Events, capturing your precious moments.
This week on NBS Sport.
It is round 5 where the heat stands up in Garuga, the Mountain Dew motocross. It was a fight for the win. The ladies class was such a competitive class.
I've just joined 65 this year. Reap them more, and like they have done, they keep doing this again.
The heat was turned up, the raves were on, the bikes were running. See all this action for yourself. Just sit back, relax, strap your seatbelt, and let the action begin.
One by one makes a bando. United Media is your gateway to a countrywide radio station.
You can cover every region and community with convenience and no hassle. Guaranteed impact with consolidated communication and localized engagement. It's United Media. Together, we will shape the future.
We realize that this is a group that is disadvantaged when it comes to access and use of ICTs. And certainly this was through the access and usage survey or study that was also conducted by UCC. What was recognized in this study is that there is low awareness of ICTs by these PWDs, and this is for the ICTs as well as the assistive technologies. It was also discovered that there is limited information about the people with disabilities. When it comes to information that could be used for planning purposes, it is really limited within the context of what is available.
Limited access to ICT and assistive technologies increases digital disparities, prompting UCOSAF's aim to promote digital inclusiveness for persons with disabilities. The ICT for Persons with Disabilities program ensures that all individuals, regardless of their abilities, can benefit from the opportunities provided by digital technologies and have an improved quality of life.
Looking for a household cleaner that truly delivers? Meet Appo, the antibacterial cleaning powder for bathrooms and surfaces. Appo is formulated for 3-dimensional cleaning. It's a scouring agent that scrubs off dirt and stains, a germicide that kills 99.9% of household germs, and it works with water to wash everything away, leaving your bathrooms and ceramics hygienic and sparkling clean. Keep up hygiene standards without breaking the budget. Switch to Appo today. Appo is available at supermarkets and convenience stores countrywide.
Bannayuganda twaniriza Joseph Ngoma mu konsati esose ku Lugogo Cricket Oval nga 11 mu July 2026. Tickets za mitwale 2, emitwale 5, ate meze y'abantu 8 ya milioni 3. Tickets ojazisanga ku caritickets.com, French Supermarket ne ku Hotel Triangle. Kwa note 756 Kino kyetu badde tulinda. Joseph Ngoma, mwana mulenzi omuwandiisi, vocal powerhouse. Aludenga konko n'endongo. Ekutte ku mitima gy'Abannayuganda. Gendongo yenyuma, eyimusa, ekuwa essuubi. Agikubya mu style y'omulembe. Kati ategese ekitabangawo. Twagala cricket oval ejjule ku mulundi guno gwokka. Babulaza mutwaleko ba sister out. Bitegekeddwa charism n'ebiwagirwa.
Teko mu kaweefube waffe owalinnya step liiro fenna tulabe nti buli lugendo luggwa bulungi tusange ku mitimbagano omanyi nkyukakyuka gy'osobola okuleeta ng'okozesa hashtag yaffe #linnya step.
Comedy Festival biri mu Kagera Lugogo mu Huma Showground mu tent bwaguuga. Ku Saturday nga nya July buli comedian gwomanyi mu Uganda wano ajja kubeerayo. Amoti Mbalanguzi, MC Mariaki, MC Kapale, Madwata Nchiko, Maulana and Rain, Mary Hat Tumbetu, Bizonto, Mickey Sims Too Funny, Nswangere, Ticha Mpamire, Bobby Brown and Nilo, Samian Shawan, Tata Wea Kite, Tata Sam, ne Mama Sam, Tuli Bulala family, Abazebe Bama, Senga Nantume, Kuzai Kaladi, Kachapizo, Ivan Chick Queen, Malaria Chisati, The Talkers, Karera, Namyomba Comedy, Kojakabaya Nekas Wekapo, Chukamba Nsani, Samuel Hash, Fizi Pro, Ticket Yozigula Kumomo, Kamunyenye Mumukaga Tano, Kamunyenye Bili Zero, Kadara, Ticket Yobojigula Kumomo, ya mitwale 5, nenga ku milyango ya mitwalo 10, emeze y'abantu 8 ya milioni 2, VIP ya mitwalo 15, kale booking anga buchari, Juliana Kanyongozi, King Saha, Winnie Nwaji, Irene Nambiru, nganya July ya Lugogo, Muuma Showground, Comedy Festival 2026, ategekedwa, Abitex Promotion.
Too many ads? Expensive subscription? You deserve better. An artist, thousands of plays, but nothing to show for it. This ends now. Introducing Yuga Tunes, the new home of your favorite music on Afro Mobile. Listeners, stream your favorite songs ad-free at no cost. Artists, earn from every stream. Withdraw your royalties anytime from as low as 20,000 Uganda shillings. This is music that pays off. This is music that belongs to you. Yugatunes, your sound, your stage, your reward.
Love doesn't end at I do. That's where the real journey begins. This year, the Bride and Groom Expo 2026 invites you to experience Beyond I Do, a journey of love, home and family. From planning your dream wedding to building your dream home, from unforgettable honeymoons to starting a family and making the right financial decisions for your future, it's all here under one roof. Meet trusted experts in home living, real estate, finance, parenting and lifestyle. Discover ideas, solutions, and inspiration to guide your next chapter. Whether you're newly engaged, newly married, or building your future together, this is your complete zero. Don't just plan a wedding, plan beyond it.
Flavor Mocha Chupa. Taste our refreshing, juicy flavors in our 250 ml and 400 ml packs. Splash Kachupa. Flavor Mocha Chupa.
NBS. Always.
For years, the insurance industry has sang the same to change. Is it because innovation is failing to meet customer needs, or is there a skills gap within the sector itself? And most importantly, when will Uganda finally move beyond the 1% penetration mark? Tonight on Business Perspective, we ask the tough questions. Is the industry truly committed to changing the narrative, or will the same song continue to play? Welcome. This is Business Perspective. I am Isabella Tugume. Uganda is home to one of the youngest populations in the world, a nation in motion. From the bustling trading lanes of Kampala to the fertile and growing trade, agriculture, manufacturing. These are the engines driving Uganda's economy forward. However, behind this growth lies a striking gap. Insurance penetration in Uganda remains below 1%, a figure that raises an important question as the economy expands. Why does protection lag behind? This is Kamocha Market on a Friday morning. The energy here is undeniable. Traders moving merchandise, customers negotiating prices, and commerce happening in real time. But ask these traders about insurance, and the conversation shifts. Awareness is low, protection is rare, and the issue isn't isolated to trade alone.
Government yaffe eno yeetaaga okutereeza insurance ogwo gwalibadde musomo mulamba ng'abantu wakimuteekawoko ku musomo nga ku zi TV zaffe zino ze tusinga okulaba zisanyuka TV ne muteekawo ka program ngako kakutegeeza abantu big up nga kakutegeeza abantu insurance etegeeza waliwo kwegamba bingi etc.
Let's turn to agriculture, the backbone of Uganda's economy. Despite efforts by agricultural insurance consortiums to extend coverage, uptake remains limited, held back by a number of barriers on ground.
First of all, where is the insurance? Before we even think of the farmers understanding the insurance. The last I checked is that the insurance, there was this consortium of government and insurance companies, agri-consortium. I will tell you, it has not worked. And I can tell you this from a perspective. insurance in general has not been a very good concept in Uganda. Even with other insurance policies, it's just getting better and better. So for agriculture in particular, it is highly risky, and I think the banks partly are right, especially the commercial banks, not to give access to finance with a lot of risk. But the insurance is not working out. In my perspective, it's not working out. I think when it comes to farmers that would apply for insurance, and when it comes to compensation, that is where the hiccup is. So subsidize or create a certain fund that can probably be given to the bank as surety or as guarantee, so that the farmers are able to access the farmers unbankable. And also we know that the farmers sometimes are not able to prove to the banks that they're able to pay back. So insurance could be a good one, but see how we can create synergies and make sure that we have.
It doesn't stop there. Even in my hero.
And the only challenge why you have insurance as an unsung hero, you don't know the reason why you're insuring something really until you make that an inevitable loss. So you can end up blaming them for a lot of things. Maybe you can blame us all for not having communicated, sensitized a very interesting system. The more the numbers, the less the premium. So at the end of the day, we need all of us to get insured so that the premiums go low. And as and when the inevitable happens, you are able to be compensated. But until then, the premiums stay high, the people who are getting insured are few, and yes, the burden stays. The one thing that we need to start doing as a nation is there are some things that need to be regulated. I think there are some people who should be responsible for things and others shouldn't be responsible for things. And we are saying no. For example, is it not in order that everyone who exports should have an export guarantee scheme, so that you don't come and disturb us when something goes wrong, but rather you disturb them? Is it also not in order that every single Ugandan gets to pay some health insurance? Must the government bear the whole entire burden? Or must manufacturers bear the burden always? Think about some of these things are critical that we as a nation begin to think. Maybe it would be clever that every Ugandan pays a small insurance fee for health, that every exporter pays some small fee, then we bring those burdens down, that maybe even at manufacturer level, that every single person in the manufacturing industry pays a small fee for things like fire, like this, so that when it happens, God forbid it happens, you don't have to serve a government. Those are things that we should run away from in this modern day.
3 sectors, 3 stories, 1 common thread. Insurance awareness and penetration remain a work in progress across Uganda's economy. If customers still do not understand products being offered, where does the problem lie? Is it in the products themselves, the communication, or the professionalism within the sector? After the break, we look at the missing link.
Uganda is more connected than ever before. From mobile broadband to digital payments, access is no longer the challenge. But the real question is, how do we turn this connectivity into real opportunity? Introducing the State of the Digital Economy 2026, Uganda's annual digital check on how we go beyond connectivity to jobs, innovation, and economic growth. Across 5 key pillars: human capital, cybersecurity, policy, artificial intelligence, and infrastructure. This is how we build a workforce that creates, unlock digital jobs and income, ensure trust and security, enable smarter policies. Partner with us to shape Uganda's digital future.
The world is going digital and creativity is no longer just a passion, it's a pathway. Next Creator is building dignified job opportunities for young people by turning creativity into real careers. It's about more than just content. It's about learning digital skills that lead to sustainable income, branding yourself with confidence, understanding influence and the digital economy. Next Creator equips young creators with the tools they need to grow, adapt, and thrive in a fast-changing world. If you want to turn your ideas into opportunities, if you want to make creativity work for you, this is where you start. Next Creator, your skills, your future, your opportunity.
Welcome to NBS Plus, where you take center stage. Be bold, be loud, be creative. From the hottest entertainment to the biggest stories to the boldest voices, this is your space, your vibe. No limits, no filters, just you living, creating, and owning your moment. Only on NBS Plus. Simply download the Afro Mobile app to enjoy all the vibes. NBS Plus, be you.
Your faith should never be out of reach. No power? Do not stress. Move to your smartphone and stay right in the moment with Afro Mobile. And for the Muslim community, every teaching you need is ready to listen to anytime, anywhere. Wherever you are, whatever the time, Afro Mobile keeps you connected to your faith.
What makes us who we are is that we are freed. But when we are freed for service.
Influence is more than followers, it's impact. At Next Influencer, we connect brands with the right voices through a thorough vetting and discovery process. We onboard influencers with hands-on workshops that build skills, unlock real opportunities, and fuel professional growth. Brands find the perfect match, influencers get dignified jobs, and audiences experience authentic stories. This is where influence becomes value. Next Influencer. Create, discover, connect, influence.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuliro nguwulira muli mu mutima gukankana like drums. Kalakata, kalakata, erendungu ya kusabula. We gonna do free on fire, free on fire, free on fire.
abalimi ba uganda babano bavuddeyo abayiyambye obulimi n'obulunzi basenvudde bonna bakuŋŋaanye lumo sanyuka tv ekuleetedde omuwoleso gw'ebyobulimi n'obulunzi tulime tulunde tufune agric expo julayi nga 24 paka 26 enkuyanja y'abalimi bamusiga nsimbi abayiiya abalina obutale n'abasuubula ebirime bonna mu kifo kimu guno si muwoleso buwoleso wabula enno ntabiro ebyobulimi n'obulunzi mu uganda jangu osisinkana abakugu oyige ate okulaakulane mu mwoleso gw'ebyobulimi n'obulunzi tulime tulunde tufune agric expo julayi nga 24 paka nga 26 ku next media park okumanya ebisingawo kuba enamba yaffe 0761 00 890.
Better study tips. Scammers love posing as officials from banks or government agencies. Never share sensitive information with unsolicited callers. For hang up, find the official contact and verify their identity first. In partnership with Uganda Communications Commission and NBS.
Welcome back from the break. You're still watching. Now, today's customer is more informed than ever. With information available at the click of a button, expectations are changing really fast. In the digital era, understanding and keeping pace with clients is crucial. Let us explore this.
Uganda's insurance industry is growing steadily and remains below 1% of the GDP, far below global average of nearly 7% and the African average of 3%. For an industry seeking to expand people, professionals designing policies, assessing risks, settling claims, and driving innovation. So who is preparing the next generation of insurance professionals, and are they equipped for a future increasingly shaped by technology, data, and emerging risks? To answer that, we sat down with Saul Serembe, the CEO of the Insurance Training College of Uganda.
In as much as the insurance penetration in Uganda remains low, the sector continues to grow. Sure. And as it grows, it means that it requires the right people with the right skills. So sure. We want to find out from you, do you believe the industry is producing enough talent to support its future ambition?
When we talk about the industry, the insurance sector, I think we've moved. We may not be where we want to be, but there have been efforts to ensure that we move in the right direction. When you look at the setup of the Insurance Training College specifically, our mandate is to train, to ensure that we churn out the right professionals, competent for the sector, not just in Uganda, but in the region as well. One of those things that I usually talk about when we are talking about professionalism is trust. And if an industry is to grow, we need to build that trust. And if we are to build trust, we must have the right professionals in this industry. So when you look at the new things coming up, I think our industry has been disrupted so much. You're hearing about the technology coming through. You're hearing about COVID coming in. We have the AI now getting into the... So there are lots of disruptions. That means the professional must move ahead of this. So I can't say that we're in the right direction, but we are not yet where we should be as far as the right professionals are in this industry.
As the industry evolves, technical competence alone is no longer enough. A modern insurance professional must combine expertise with innovation, digital literacy, and customer understanding.
What or how does a world-class professional insurance person look like in this year, 2026? What qualities must they possess?
Perfect. I want to take you a little back. When we were training people in insurance 10 years ago, we were looking at competence and skills to enable them, technical skills to enable them do the work. And you look at most of the programs that we are running, the focus was on underwriting, risk assessment, marketing, and then that was the thing. Today, everything has changed. You realize that now a professional should be agile. Competence is not enough. A professional should be client-centric, someone who can handle the client. Because as I told you, as we are building the trust, we must be able to understand the clients that we are dealing with. And the mechanics of the clients are changing every now and then. The Gen Zs are coming up. What they want is too much, compared to what we had previously.
Global insurers are investing billions in artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, and cyber risk management. The future of insurance is increasingly data-driven, but how is Uganda's workforce ready for that future?
In your view, I want to ask, what separates, for lack of a better word, mature insurance markets from developing markets like Uganda?
I want to look at it from two angles. One from the market side, but also from the side of the professionals. And I want to compare markets like South Africa and Uganda, or UK and Uganda. These are very mature markets. And when you look at these markets, the level of trust in the insurance business has been developed to a very high level. Insurance comes among the top priorities. So in such markets, the efforts are not about selling insurance to people, but rather creating a diversity of products for the different categories that keep coming up. Now, in our markets, we are still struggling with building trust. As we are talking about insurance, you must also ensure that you build trust for people to understand that they need insurance. It's a necessity, but you must dig deeper to convince them that insurance is a necessity for them. So that is one of those things that we must look at. But when you look at the other markets, they are also awash with all sorts of products. When you go to UK, South Africa, you realize that there are products that you cannot even think about. Well, in Uganda here, we've started the dog insurance, I think by Swiko. But you go there, you can insure your arm, you can insure your legs, you can insure your eyes, there is a product for everything. They have been able to come up with a product that suits every need of the client. Now, here, we are still moving at a slower pace.
Insurance penetration in Uganda markets often exceeds 10% in the GDP. In countries such as the United Kingdom and South Africa, insurance forms are a central pillar of economic resilience and wealth protection. What separates those mature markets from developing markets like Uganda?
As a trainer, I think the responsibility is on us, not the market. We must move ahead of the market to ensure that as the market dynamics are changing, we've also changed the way we teach, such that as those other things are coming up, the market is ready. And we've tried. When you look at the trainings that we offer now, we've done a lot of cyber risk management for the markets. We are now getting into AI.
The risks businesses face today are dramatically different from those a decade ago. Climate change, cyber attacks, digital fraud, and evolving health threats are reshaping the industry.
So how pertinent or how important is continuous professional development in an industry where risks are also constantly evolving?
I think one of those is very dynamic. The risks that we are looking at 10 years ago compared to how it was 10 years ago, we are talking about pandemic. It has shown us that it can disrupt the market. That was not the case way back. Programs are more so the ones that we are running assist the members of the industry to acquire new skills. And in acquiring new skills, they are kept updated with the latest trends.
Industry experts agree that increasing insurance penetration will require more awareness campaigns. It will depend and will demand skilled professionals capable of designing products that meet the realities of Ugandan consumers and businesses.
So if Uganda play, this is where your institution comes into play.
And you know, insurance is about how trust can build business resilience, right from the banking sector and insurance. But when you look at our sector, insurance, it is even more important than any other sector. Because insurance, unlike other businesses, other products, it is not you to convince this person. There must be a lot of trust. Now, how do we build this trust? Education institutions are very central. There were people who were not professional, who said wrong things to people. To ensure that we train people in order for them to appreciate the business they are in.
Across East Africa, competition for specialist insurance talent is intensifying. Markets are racing to build expertise in actual science, digital underwriting, and risk analytics.
It's enough to remain competitive in the regional and global insurance landscape.
I wouldn't say we are very fast, but we are steady. When you look at the pace that we are taking, we are steady. And I think the steps that we've taken are promising. When you look at the investments that are being taken in the industry, you realize that we are mindful of the client. Today, you buy your third party online. You don't have to go anywhere. So very soon, this is the spot where to buy a sticker. When you go to Marine, now Marine can be bought online. And there are lots of other products that we are seeing companies putting on online platforms. We are seeing a lot of innovation.
As we look beyond today's challenges, one question remains. What kind of insurance industry should Uganda aspire to build by 2035?
The insurers fail to deliver value and build trust, penetration rates might remain stagnant. So what are insurance companies doing differently to win back confidence and grow the market?
Eno y'ensibuko y'obulungi bw'ennyaffe Uganda. Ensozi ezigulumidde n'ebibira ebiziyivu kyokka nga bikwesa ezzaabu. Wali olabye ku mazike wakati mu kiragala, obuwangwa n'ennono ebyewuunyisa. Ebibuga, ebinyonyi, obutonde obweyagaza, kw'ossa amazina n'embeera z'abantu. Byonna mu pulogulaamu Lambula.
Bannayuganda twaniriza Joseph Ngoma mu konsati esoose ku Lugogo Cricket Oval nga 11 Julayi 2026. Tickets za mitwale 2, emitwale 5, ate meze y'abantu 8 ya milioni 3. Tickets ojjatisanga ku kari ticket ino kyetubadde tulinda. Joseph Ngoma mwana mulenzi omuwandiisi Vocal Powerhouse aludde nga konko n'endongo ekutte ku mitima gy'Abannayuganda. Gendongo yenyuma eyimusa ekuwa essuubi agikubye mu style y'omulembe kati ategese ekitabangawo. Twagala Cricket Oval ejjule ku mulundi guno gwokka. Babulaza mutwaleko basista out bitegekeddwa charism n'ebiwagirwa.
From 11 June to 19 July, everything can wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026. Catch all 104 matches on 4 dedicated channels, live on SuperSport, only on DSTV.
Welcome to Radio Wala, Uganda's very first radio station made just for Indian diaspora and lovers of Indian culture. From timeless Bollywood classics to today's hottest hits. Vibrant festivals, mouth-watering stories, and heartfelt moments from our community. Listen exclusively on Afro Mobile, your cultural connection anytime, anywhere. Whether you're cooking, driving, or just relaxing, turn up the joy with Radio Wala, because here, every day is a celebration. Radio Wala, let's play.
Mama wabana bera mukukazana chimanyero pia kazanyo ero lusi wali molezibula chobola bangera kumaliri kama uchengale kamuliri somebody say mama wabana wange kulongo wange zonga wanga I really want queen mandisi bibagasa biretsa netiti bajape ukufa mo bibulide banakubali ai obasasira kumbe besunga oluna kule tuli sasike tikwe mulongo
Are you young, driven, and ready to rise? Do you want to grow your skills, earn from your passion, and change your community? This is your time. This is your tribe. This is Nexters. From high school to universities, from TikTok to your town, Nexters is here to build you up, skill you up, and show you off. Join a Nexters Club, win digital challenges, meet your mentor, turn your hustle into impact, turning passion into purpose, house bundles, and career opportunities. This is not just a movement, it's your launch pad. Be good, do good, be a Nexter.
Reggae like Get ready about the biggest Ugandan show. Mustadia Kitombola, Waguru Matara, screen, stage, ne sound. Ngabiona, ya Phenom Records. Sinye mitware satwe. Haribadi ngokonsa momo. Emitwa niga kamunyenye mumkakatano kamnyenye bilizero. Otunga tiketi yawe. Reggae. Yata hawasan Uganda namani. Hati ninye tabembara. Hababushenyi, Igara, Yantonde, Habeibanda, Rukunjiri. Muije murebo mwana wanyu Nachtera, Nach Honda. No shotwagara mwebyani byanyu amate. Ebishagara, ebishapa stacking. Koranyenye. Kororo Airstrip, Musambu August. Bitegekedwa. Abitex Promotions.
Too many ads? Expensive subscription? You deserve better. And artists, thousands of plays, but nothing to show for it. This ends now. Introducing Yugatunes, the new home of your favorite music on Afro Mobile. Listeners, stream your favorite songs ad-free at no cost. Artists, earn from every stream. Withdraw your royalties anytime from as low as 20,000 Uganda shillings. This is music that pays off. This is music that belongs to you. Yugatunes, your sound, your stage, your reward.
Comedy Festival bili mukageri rugogo muhuma showground mutenti bwaguga ku Saturday nga July buli comedian gwamanyi mu Uganda wano aja kuberayo Amoti Malanguzi MC Mariaki MC Kapale Madwata Nchiko Maulana and Rain Mary Hatumbeto Bizonto Mickey Sims Too Funny Mswangere Teacher Mpamile Bobby Brown and Nilo Samian Shaw and Tata Wayakite Tata Sam ne Mama Sam tuli bulala family Abazaibe Bama Sangana Ntume Muzai Kalali Kachapizo Ivan She Queen Malaria Chisati The Talkers Karera Namyomba Comedy Kojakabaya Rekas Wekapo Chukamba Nsani Samuel Hash Fizi Pro Ticket yozigula ku Momo Kamunyenye mu mkaga tano Kamunyenye 20 Kadala Ticket yobo wajigula ku Momo ya mitwalo 5 nenga ku milyango ya mitwalo 10 emeze y'abantu 8 ya milioni 2 VIP ya mitwalo 15 kale booking anga buchari Juliana Kanyomozi King Saha Winnie Waji Irene Nambiru nganya July ya Rugogo mu Showground Comedy Festival bili mukaga ategekedwa Abitex Promotion.
How do we then turn around to live in a system that tells a child that you're going to run 100 meters, but all of you must arrive at the same time? It can't happen unless we don't have a God who created us. Because when God created us differently.
Yeah.
So we may arrive at our own time.
Pace as well.
And with different strengths. Just need time.
Yeah.
So the education system doesn't give this. And all of you must give me back everything I gave you. 80%, at least you are an A student. Less than that, you are the worst. You have failed. No, it is the system that failed to understand me. as a child. Student to sit somewhere in a classroom with an exam and you tell them that, oh,
Okay.
discuss requires more. Because we've been told to sit on a desk alone. In front of you, there is a paper and a pen, and we are told to start discussing, and you can't ask the neighbor or look around. And then we have started discussing. And then we say, we are okay.
Yeah.
No. Now, the problem is the system. Now, the system is to blame. So,
Are you ready to experience the ultimate in live events?
Can you sit? Can you sit?
From local to global, we bring you the most exciting events 24/7. Stay informed with live breaking news.
Habemus papam.
Keep in the know of what's happening around you and beyond. NBS Live. Live and filtered and missable.
To be honest, I didn't know I would end up here. Journalism wasn't just a career, a need to ask why when others accepted the mission. Passion is found in the moments that set your soul on fire, the late nights, the tough stories, the relentless pursuit of truth. It's in the moments when you ask what excites you. What excites you really? Follow the questions that to it. That's where your purpose begins, and that's passion.
Welcome to NBS Plus, where you take center stage. Be bold, be loud, be creative. From the hottest entertainment to the biggest stories to the boldest voices, this is your space, your vibe. No limits, no filters, just you living, creating, and owning your moment. Only on NBS Plus. Simply download the Afro mobile app to enjoy all the vibes. NBS Plus, be you.
You're still watching NBS's Business Perspective. Download the Afro Mobile application for this and so much more premium content. Now, the traditional way of selling insurance is rapidly becoming outdated. In some developed markets, people can insure everything from a prized pet to a single body part. Ugandans are watching these trends unfold. The question then is the local industry innovating fast enough to meet tomorrow's customer?
Talent is only one part of the equation. The other is opportunity, where future growth will come from and how insurers are positioning themselves to capture it. From that conversation, we turn to industry leader John Katende.
One of the things that stands out is, despite years of economic growth, Uganda's insurance penetration remains really low. So I want to find out from you, what do you believe are the biggest untapped opportunities within the insurance sector and for insurance as well today?
I would say one of the key aspects that we're looking at is creating more and more awareness of insurance, and also simplifying what insurance is and what it means to be insured, and also making it very easy to access, digitally accessible, by embedding it in the services that regular Ugandans are using.
Today's customers expect faster service, digital convenience, and products tailored to their lives. The insurance customer of 2026 looks very different from the customer of 2016.
What are some of your customers' expectations, and have they changed over the years? And as they constantly change, what does this mean for traditional insurance business models?
The customer has evolved greatly, and what we see is that the way insurance was distributed years back is no longer the way it is distributed today. So digital is playing a big role, and there's a big journey or conversation around digital transformation and making insurance more accessible. there are other ways that we are trying to look at insurance, because there's the notion that nobody wakes up to go and buy insurance. Insurance is sold. You have to actually find people and plug in. Yes.
Okay. Now, beyond premium growth, what indicators should business leaders be paying attention to when assessing the health of insurance, of the insurance industry?
So beyond the revenue, the GWP, it's a misleading indicator, because you could get one large account in the billions and you say you've grown your business. It's because a customer that renews is a customer that has tested the value of your services and is looking forward to continue with you. Insurers should look at the net promoter scores. For example, how likely are your customers willing to refer you to another customer who wants insurance? That's direct impact. The other is your ratio of corporate business to
climate-related losses are rising globally. Cyber are becoming more common. What are the emerging risks that businesses are increasingly seeking protection against today?
Emerging risks in our market or in the world today are risks like cyber, people getting phished, people getting malware and ransomware. You could get fully locked outside your business ecosystem, by somebody not being aware. So that's a risk, and the insurance products that are looking at it. There's this whole debate around climate. Climate risks are also very, very big, and so you've got parametric insurance that looks into weather-associated or climate-related risks. Businesses are also looking to protect employees, because the most valuable aspect of any business is the people. So solutions around...
Every insurer faces the same balancing act: growing market share while maintaining profitability and managing risk responsibly. So how is your company balancing growth ambitions with profitability as well as prudent risk management?
The balance is very delicate. You've got to achieve growth, you've got to achieve profit, and also we are in a heavily regulated space. So you've got to have very tight control. Created an entire section of the company or departments that fully looking at the control functions, internal audit, compliance, and all these have direct reports into the board. They feed straight into the board. So while we chase the business, we are growing, looking for the board operating a very tight compliance regime internally.
Digital transformation has moved from the IT department to the boardroom. Mobile technology, digital platforms, and online customer engagements are reshaping financial services. So what does that mean for insurance distribution and customer experience?
Digital is a journey that we've been on, I think, for the last maybe 4 or 5 years, and we've achieved milestones. I think what we're most proud of is, one, on the distribution side, as Jubilee, we have brought on board a platform called the J-Force. So,
for many consumers, insurance still feels complicated. Industry leaders acknowledge that complexity remains one of the biggest barriers to adoption. During the initial part of our call, so how can the industry simplify its offerings without compromising on the value?
Through partnerships. By plugging into organizations that have already, built KYC and built trust into their day-to-day consumers. For example, I'll give you an example: the banks, the telecoms. Okay, people are transacting every day through the platforms.
What global insurance innovations do you believe Uganda should aggressively adopt?
Parametric insurance, that's weather indexed insurance, because majority of our Ugandans are in the agriculture sector, and these are the people being affected heavily by weather and climate change. Now, if 80% of the population is in agriculture, and we protect their livelihood through parametric insurance, then it becomes much easier to add other benefits to that insurance. Because, for example, when you insure against a flood, yeah, what usually follows when an area floods? Malaria, yeah? So malaria should be covered together with the strategic decisions that need to be controls the distribution or the last mile to the millions of customers out there, and creates the products that are able to reach them and speak to them directly will carry the day at the end of it all.
And finally, for an insurance investor that is watching, kindly make an investment case today.
So Uganda's insurance environment is very nascent, very big opportunity. To date, we have under 500,000 insured Ugandans covered under some form of insurance, and these are mainly employer-backed insurance covers. Out of 45, 46 million Ugandans, so the opportunity in the Ugandan insurance space is great and immense. We invite the players to come in, it's well regulated.
We take yet again another short break. When we return, there is much more on the future of insurance and the opportunities that lie ahead. Stay tuned.
This week.
On to our top story tonight. A building under construction has collapsed in Chisasi.
June 5th delivered a brutal shock to Kampala's real estate sector. A three-story building on Chisota Road in Chisasi came down in seconds, killing 3 people, injuring over 10, and wiping out an investor's capital, reputation, and freedom in one column. What are the hard lessons, and what does the tragedy reveal about the real price of ignoring building standards?
Through the supervision, through the permits and everything, engage professionals.
Also, Kampala is expanding fast, stretching out along 7 key roads that are quietly redrawing the map of land value and investor interest. So where is the real opportunity along these roads? And where can your money truly go with confidence?
It is here in Busika along Gayaza Road where you can still get a plot of land at 12 million shillings.
We also travel down to the stunning Garuga Peninsula to explore the art and science of premium waterfront development.
Looking for a household cleaner that truly delivers? Meet Appo, the antibacterial cleaning powder for bathrooms and surfaces. Appo is formulated for 3-dimensional cleaning. It's a scouring agent that scrubs off dirt and stains, a germicide that kills 99.9% of household germs, and it works with water to wash everything away, leaving your bathrooms and ceramics hygienic and sparkling clean. Keep up hygiene standards without breaking the budget. Switch to Appo today. Appo is available at supermarkets and convenience stores countrywide.
In a digital world, not everything is what it seems. False stories today spread faster than truth, leaving us all wondering what's real. Disinformation misleads, misinformation misguides, and spreads confusion and fear. Dismiss, a campaign to help you think critically, question wisely, and verify thoroughly. Join us. Let's build a more informed Uganda, one truth at a time. Dismiss, inquire, verify, confirm. Together, let's fight fake news.
Welcome to NBS Plus, where you take center stage. Be bold, be loud, be creative. From the hottest entertainment to the biggest stories to the boldest voices, this is your space, your vibe. No limits, no filters, just you living, creating, and owning your moment. Only on NBS Plus. Simply download the Afro mobile app to enjoy all the vibes. NBS Plus, be you.
Influence is more than followers, it's impact. At Next Influencer, we connect brands with the right voices through a thorough vetting and discovery process. We onboard influencers with hands-on workshops that build skills, unlock real opportunities, and fuel professional growth. Brands find the perfect match, influencers get dignified jobs, and audiences experience authentic stories. This is where influence becomes value. Next Influencer. Create, discover, connect, influence.
From 11 June to 19 July, everything can wait. The FIFA World Cup 2026. Catch all 104 matches on 4 dedicated channels, live on SuperSport, only on GoTV.
Hi everyone, my name is Chef Aaron. Welcome to Flavor in the Box, Flavor Box baby. And today, let's find out what I'm making. So we have gorgeous mandazi, homemade soft mandazi for you guys. Let's jump into it and make it together. Let's go. All right, so to make all baking powder, so we're gonna do a double leavening agent of baking soda or baking powder and yeast right there, sugar, egg, butter, and then we'll need water, which is right there. So to get this started, I'm just gonna move over here and then get everything in there. There's really no particular order to this one. You've just got to mix everything in there. So you put on a tablespoon of baking powder, and then you need sugar to your liking. I sometimes prefer it not excessively sweet. So I'm just gonna stop there. Salt to cut down on that sugar, a pinch is good. And then I'm going to go in with my egg. So crack the egg in there. So my water is perfectly measured. And you're going to add this gently into consistency, which is a soft dough. So I'm going to put this on my very clean and dry surface. You're going to stretch it out using your rolling pin. Prepare a pan, dusted, and then start cutting through. Then we're going to put them on our dusted pan. So put this aside for about, say, 20 minutes to 30. Allow it to proof. And then when it doubles up in size, then you can start deep frying them. All right, so about 30 minutes of resting, we have them doubled up in size. So that's what we want. Right into the fryer from the side, let them go in. And then we're looking for a golden, nice golden brown on the outside. All right, that's a golden color on the outside. Nice puff. And then crispiness on top. That's what you want with a perfect soft donut. So, all right, so our soft mandazi is perfectly cooked. It's got a nice golden brown on the outside, and that's what you need. So let's get a nice icing sugar dust on top, and then we're just gonna do that. Get some mint, nicely cleaned up mint, poke it up right there. There you go. A perfectly nicely put together homemade soft mandazi for you guys right in your home. For your Matek, my name is Chef Aaron. We'll see you guys in the next. Let me go down. Man, here we go. Oh my God.
Love doesn't end at I do. That's where the real journey begins. This year, the Bride and Groom Expo 2026 invites you to experience Beyond I Do, a journey of love, home and family. From planning your dream wedding to building your dream home, from unforgettable honeymoons to starting a family and making the right financial decisions for your future, it's all here under one roof. Meet trusted experts in home living, real estate, finance, parenting and lifestyle. Discover ideas, solutions, and inspiration to guide your next chapter. Whether you're newly engaged, newly married, or building your future together, this is your complete life journey experience. Happening 26 to 28 June 2026 at the Uma Multipurpose Hall. To book a stall, call 0772 354 940. Don't just plan a wedding, plan beyond it.
August 2026 is here! And Yada for Life presents Fujatu CZ 2026 in Sima edition on Saturday 29th August 2026 at Imperial Royal Hotel with a lineup of